My name is Munirah. I'm a grandmother first, yes. So, but I also work in daytime. I have some companies which I run with my husband. We actually have been in business for a long time together, and somehow it has worked. You know, he looks after certain things, I look after the rest, and because of that, I guess I feel that it is so blessed. You know, I'm able to work with him, and I'm able to. So far, we've done things together, and we've seen the progress. And for everything that I've done in life, sometimes I feel that, yeah, I've made so many mistakes, and yet each time, somehow, the Almighty looks after me, and I get drawn back, or I make somehow the right decisions and go on the right path, and somehow things become successful. And for all that, I think these are blessings, and when we have blessings, we have to share those blessings. And for that, I decided to channel all these blessings by doing work for the marginalized communities. That's what I do, and I enjoy my days. I'm the youngest in a family of 9. So growing up, it was my sisters were already at university then. So it was just the youngest. My mom, I suppose, said, what am I going to do with this one? And I was, I suppose, too playful. And then, but she taught me a lot of things. My mom was timid. Actually, she didn't like, you know, being. She's not like me. I'm the type that goes around, you know, make a lot of noise. She's very quiet, but she was very kind. So she was the one who taught me about feeding the homeless, because she used to see the homeless around the masjid on Thursday night, waiting for the next morning for Friday prayers. So she used to make bubur susu, rice pudding, and my job was actually to help her to cut the banana leaves to stabilize the pudding. And they would do that and feed the people in the morning with fresh milk, you know, fresh milk added to the rice, and then with potong, we cut these bananas, so it becomes a wholesome meal. So I remember that, you know, helping her. And when fast forward to my time in the city, and each time I'm happy or sad, I always feel like, you know, I have to feed someone. So that was actually at the time the random feeding that I used to do. But when I wanted to start this project, so it was looking at it differently. How do I do it? How do I make it sustainable? So I had to look at it differently. But I'm so happy that it has taken off and it's become so big. My passion is actually my work, you know. I love my work, both the day job as well as what I do at night, which is going out to help the homeless and urban poor. To me, many of them are struggling, and it is about investing time to understand what their problems are. And by understanding what their problems are, we have to go on and work with the right set of people to find solutions. Right now, we're working closely with the government agencies, other NGOs as well, so that we can put together the right form of assistance, instead of just, you know, guessing, oh, this is what is needed, and it's not really what's needed. So in order to understand, you've got to get to know the people. So to get to know the people, what do we do if we want to get to know a friend? You say, come, let's have a meal. So to me, by going out and feeding, it's like that. It's, you know, you're sharing a meal, you get closer to the person. When you get closer to the person, then slowly they open up, I open up, so you get to know each other. You become closer. When you become closer, then you know, all right, now this is the problem, and you try to find a solution. It makes me feel bersyukur actually that I've been able to do it, you know. So to me, that's another blessing. I know of friends who would like to do it, but somehow the energy reserves are low. I am going to be 67 in June, so no matter what, that's a reality. I'm not young, you know. So the fact that I have some reserve energy left to be able to do that. To me, it's again another blessing. So I feel happy when I'm able to go out and do something. So like at night usually, just as we're driving home, you see somebody who looks thirsty or something, and we stop and give the drink, and the look on their faces, you know, oh, thank you for the drink, I really needed that. That is actually more meaningful than all the 600 or 800 packets that we have given out. That one person that really looks, gosh, I really needed that drink. You know, it's like that. So, you know, I started imitating teachers, and that's not nice. So after that, when I decided I wanted to quit, my mother was so upset with me. So we've had a long journey. It was actually since 1977. We started our own company then, and then we decided, okay, maybe that was actually to do with the touch and go card. He developed the touch and go card. Then after that, when we left that one, we thought we were going to retire. Then my husband took up again and said, let's do something else. It was that time the first draft assembly of the human genome came out. So we decided to go into that, the genomics side. So it's all the sciences, and I always handle all the legal side, the admin side for him, so that he can focus on the science. And then it grew. Again, we started something so small, and people heard of us, and then they started coming in, and then it grew. So the year I started the soup kitchen, actually, we were listing one of the companies, the one you saw just now, Malaysian Genomics. We were listing that company in 2010 on the Bursa. So, so that year I had that, you know, with all the compliance and due diligence, and then I started the soup kitchen. You know, it earthed me really, because when we were doing that, and then at night I would go out and I see people who don't even have anything, and here we were trying to list. So it really gave me that balance in life, and I say, oh my goodness, Tapa, this is Dunia, you do that, you know, and you just see how much you can succeed in there. But at night, the reality is there are so many people who are struggling. So I think it's the Almighty's way of showing me that you must have that balance. I dropped out of school at 15, you know. Sometimes I wonder if I had stayed on at school, would it be any different? But maybe not, because I was so restless. I'm one of those people that, you know, okay, I start the school, I read all the books, and then I say, what am I going to do for the rest of the year? So, you know, I started imitating teachers, and that's not nice. So after that, when I decided I wanted to quit, my mother was so upset with me. So she said, what are you doing, you know? Your sisters went to university, what's going to happen to this? So I decided, oh God, that became a serious worry. Can I really do well? Okay, will I come out all right? Alhamdulillah, you know, I managed to somehow make sure I study, make sure I got my qualifications, and sooner or later I have everything. Alhamdulillah again. I also don't know. No, I think it's about, because I was telling, I don't have to look after my grandchildren. Yeah, I've got time. Yeah, I don't like to watch television or whatever. I don't waste my time like that. So and I'm very disciplined. The person who's dropped out of school has suddenly become so disciplined with her own SOPs for everything. So because I've got all this discipline, so it's easy. It's easy for me to multitask. Yeah, I know this one I have to do this one I have to do that. So I can multitask quite easily, and I'm organized. For someone who really messed up so many things, I'm very surprisingly organized. Maybe OCD, I don't know. There are always challenging moments. Everybody would have challenging moments, but I think it is, you have to somehow just hang on to your prayers. I think zikir, for me, I believe in that. Zikir to guide me through, and then after that, you will come out all right. So, like for example, with the soup kitchen, it's always a death of someone, you know, unexpected, or someone you become close to. I've had several of these experiences when one of them dies. The recent one being someone who, he was with us right from the beginning, and then after that, the day when he knew that he had to go into hospital, he came to us. And then we took him to hospital, and within a week he died. So I just saw him until he went to the grave, and that to me is sad, you know. But then again, you have to realize that that's what life is all about. Yeah, you come and then you go and then you deal with all of this. Has it made me stronger? I'm not sure. In a way, we learn every day. So it's about different challenges, different experiences, and knowing that there's always tomorrow with this, whatever comes next. So we have to just say, right, never mind, sit quietly. There's no point in going to pieces, because there'll be other people who look up to me and say, help me as well. So I know that no matter how bad a day I'm having, somebody else will be having something worse. Okay. Okay. I want to get you.
I think Datuk Munirah is easily in one of my top list of people that I really look up to. You know, she has a day job, and 4 times a week, every night, she will go down on the streets and feed the homeless. And she's 67, that's so amazing. So when I met her in her office, she has like over 250 people who works under her. And the few that I spoke to, one of them told me that she has been working with her since 2002. You know, that really shows the kind of person that she really is. And she was so genuine to all of them. And since then, I can't help but feel so inspired by her, really.